Have you ever woken up from a dream that felt too real, as if you weren't just dreaming, but living in another version of your life? You try to recall the details, but it slips through your fingers like smoke. Then weeks, or even months later, you suddenly find yourself in that exact moment from the dream. The place, the people, the conversation, everything aligns perfectly, and your mind whispers, "I've seen this before." But how? How could you dream of something that hadn't happened yet? Was it just a coincidence? A glitch in your memory? Or was it something much deeper? What if your soul had already been there? What if, while your body slept, something left you, something unseen, timeless, and traveled to a place beyond your waking understanding? This story isn't just about dreams. It's about you and a hidden truth that's been silently watching from the shadows of your sleep. You may think you're the only one who's ever experienced something that strange, but you're not. Millions of people around the world have reported the same eerie sensation, what scientists call déjà vu. It's that spine-tingling moment when reality pauses and you feel like you're reliving something you've already lived. Not just familiar, but identical. You walk into a room you've never been in before, and your gut clenches. You've been here. You've seen this. You know what happens next before it does. You may shrug it off, call it coincidence, maybe even your brain playing tricks on you. But what if it's not? What if déjà vu isn't a mistake, but a memory? A memory not formed by your physical brain, but by your soul, somewhere outside of time. Some researchers speculate that the subconscious mind may be tapping into another timeline, another layer of reality. But what if it's not the subconscious at all? What if it's something higher, something that doesn't sleep when you do? You've never questioned why dreams sometimes feel more real than waking life, why some dreams come true, why you can't shake that feeling, that knowing. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You're just starting to remember. Every night, as your body shuts down, something else wakes up. Science tells us that during REM sleep, your brain lights up with electrical activity. It's almost as active as when you're awake, sometimes even more, but your muscles are paralyzed. Your eyes flicker beneath your lids. You're locked inside a world that seems imaginary, yet feels so real. Now imagine this. What if it's not your brain doing all the traveling? What if it's your soul? Stephen Hawking once proposed that consciousness might not be entirely bound to the brain. That information, once created, is never lost. It echoes quantum physics. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. What if, when you sleep, your soul, this energetic consciousness, detaches from your physical form and moves freely, not just through dreams, but through dimensions? You might not remember it when you wake, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. Think of your soul as a traveler. Your body is the home base, the anchor. But when the conscious mind shuts off for the night, the soul is released, free to roam through realities where time and space don't obey Earth's rules. In this state, you're not limited by logic, language, or even memory. You are pure awareness. And in that state, your soul may visit future moments, parallel timelines, or even brush against another version of yourself living a different life. And when you return, your conscious mind can't process what your soul just saw. The memories are buried, encrypted, hidden behind the walls of waking perception. But the feeling lingers, the sense that something more happened, because it did. The question is no longer, did it happen? It's, Why are we only now beginning to notice? Every night, as the world fades, something extraordinary begins. Your body lies still, but you are not still. You're moving. No, more than that. You're becoming. Have you ever woken up and felt like someone else just for a second? Like your mind didn't fully return from wherever it had been? That's not just a leftover dream. It's the residue of another life. Because while your body rests, your soul steps out. You travel, but not the way a plane flies. You shift, you phase through time, through dimensions, through other versions of you. Somewhere in a layer of existence science can't yet measure, you're living another life. Maybe you're standing on a street that hasn't been built yet. Maybe you're having a conversation with someone you haven't met yet. Or maybe you're watching your future unfold like a movie and feeling every second of it. But when your soul returns to your physical form in the morning, most of that memory stays locked behind a veil. You call it just a dream. But what if it wasn't? What if those dreams were snapshots from a life your waking mind isn't ready to understand? Stephen Hawking once suggested that time may not be linear but layered, folded in on itself like pages in a book. Your soul, free from the anchor of your physical body, may simply flip ahead, glimpse a chapter that hasn't been read. And what you bring back is more than a dream. It's a warning, a whisper, a message hidden in metaphor, waiting for the right moment to be understood. You're not just sleeping. You're living twice. And every night, you become someone else, someone who already knows what's coming. Imagine this. There's another version of you, same soul, different timeline, walking through a world that looks almost like this one. Same people, same places, but different choices, different outcomes. And the wildest part? You visit that world every night. While your body sleeps, your consciousness detaches from this reality and steps into that one, like changing the channel on a cosmic television. And for a few hours, you live a second life. That's why some dreams feel too coherent, too detailed, too emotionally intense to be random. It's not your imagination. It's your memory of an alternate reality where things played out differently. Stephen Hawking proposed that if multiple universes exist, then every possibility must play out somewhere. Every decision you could make, every path you didn't take, it all exists, not as fiction, but as fact. And your soul, it remembers, not always clearly, not always consciously, but it knows. That strange sense of familiarity when you meet someone new. Maybe your other self has known them for years. That intense emotion in a dream. Maybe it's not symbolic. Maybe it's real, just not here. Think about the moments in your life that felt orchestrated, too perfect or too tragic to be random. What if those were echoes, crossovers, tiny bleed-throughs between worlds? You might wonder, why don't I remember more clearly? Because your waking mind isn't wired to process infinite timelines. It's designed to focus on this one, for your safety, for your sanity. But your soul doesn't forget. And when the time is right, you'll feel the pull, the shift, the knowing that you are more than one lifetime. Because while you're living this life by day, you're exploring another one by night. And someday, the two will meet. You've been there. You wake up with a jolt, your heart racing. You know something happened, something big, but it slips away, fast, like fog burning under sunlight. You try to hold on, but the memory vanishes. Why? because the part of you that experienced it wasn't your brain. It was your soul. And your brain, it wasn't built to remember things it didn't witness. You see, your consciousness operates on two frequencies, the waking mind and the soul mind. While your body sleeps, your brain enters a low power mode. But your soul doesn't need sleep. It doesn't rest. It explores. It records experiences in ways your physical senses can't understand. When your soul returns, the data is there, encrypted, layered deep within your energy field. But your conscious mind can't decode it, not yet. Stephen Hawking theorized that time is not a straight line. It's a construct, a perception. If that's true, then memories aren't behind you. They're all around you, waiting to be unlocked. That explains why your body forgets, but your intuition remembers. You just know something before it happens. You feel drawn to places you've never been. You dream things, then live them. You didn't guess, you remembered. You see, forgetting isn't a failure, it's protection. If you recalled every detail from every life your soul touched, you lose grip on this one. The boundaries between timelines would blur, and the story you're living right now, it would fracture. So you forget until it's time to remember. And when that moment comes, through a dream, a déjà vu, a whisper in the dark, don't ignore it. That's your soul knocking. And it's been waiting very patiently. It's that moment. You walk into a room you've never been in, yet everything feels known. The air, the light, the exact words someone is about to say. You pause. Your heart skips. Your mind whispers, I've been here before. But how? It wasn't a dream. It wasn't imagination. It was a memory, a soul memory. You see, déjà vu isn't a glitch. It's a glimpse, a ripple in the veil between what your soul knows and what your conscious mind believes is possible. When you dream of the future, and yes, you do, those moments are stored deep within your energy. Your physical brain may forget, but your soul doesn't. It leaves breadcrumbs, echoes. That gut feeling, that's your soul tugging on the thread. That sudden knowing, that's not instinct. That's remembrance. Stephen Hawking once said that information is never truly lost. It only changes form. What if your dreams are just that? Information from another time, quietly shifting into your waking life? You've already lived parts of your future, just not here, not now. But your soul has seen it, felt it. And when life catches up, your intuition lights up like a flare in the fog. You've seen the future, but when it happened, you didn't recognize it. Not because it wasn't real, but because you weren't ready. Now you are. Let's face the ultimate fear for a moment: death. Most people think of it as the end, a full stop, a blackout, the moment everything fades to nothing. But what if that's not true? What if death is just another form of sleep, deeper, longer, but no less filled with experience? If your soul can leave your body at night, travel through dreams and futures, then why would it stop when the body stops? Stephen Hawking, though a man of science, believed that information, the very essence of energy, can never be destroyed. If that's true, then neither can your consciousness. Your soul doesn't vanish. It transfers. It's not gone. It's elsewhere. Think of it this way. When you sleep, your soul disconnects from your physical form and explores other dimensions. When you die, that connection is simply never reattached. But the soul, it keeps moving. It continues remembering. It begins another chapter, maybe in a realm you can't name, maybe in another body, maybe in a place beyond even dreams. Many spiritual traditions have whispered this for centuries, that we are not bodies that have souls, we are souls that wear bodies. And death? It's a doorway, a transition from one dream to another. When people have near-death experiences, they often report peace, light, clarity, and above all, continuation. Why? Because the soul recognizes what the brain cannot accept. There is no end, only evolution. You aren't moving toward nothing. You're moving into more. Take a breath. Close your eyes for just a moment. Now ask yourself, who are you really? Are you your name, your job, your face in the mirror? Number, you are the one aware of all those things. You are the watcher behind the eyes, the voice behind the voice, the quiet presence that never changes, even as everything else does. That's your soul, and it's not confined to flesh or form. You've lived this whole life thinking you're a body carrying a soul. But what if it's the other way around? What if you're a soul temporarily carrying a body? Everything you felt, every déjà vu, every dream, every intuitive spark, it's all been trying to remind you you're not just in this story. You are the storyteller. Stephen Hawking once suggested that consciousness is a quantum event, something that exists beyond matter. That means you exist beyond matter. And if you're not bound by matter, you're not bound by time, not bound by identity, not bound by death. So who are you? You are awareness. You are energy. You are the infinite observer behind every moment. And once you truly accept that, you'll stop being afraid of what comes next, because you'll know you're already there. This isn't fiction. This isn't fantasy. You felt it for years, that quiet pull inside you, that voice that whispers, there's more. You've had the dreams, the déjà vu, the moments of clarity that didn't make sense. Now they do. Your soul has been guiding you here to this very moment, because now you're ready. Ready to remember, ready to reclaim what's always been yours: awareness, truth, freedom. So tonight, when you close your eyes, don't just fall asleep. Ask yourself, where will my soul go? And when you dream, listen, write it down, pay attention. Because that dream might just be a message from your future self. You're not just living a life, you're living many. And now, you're awakening to all of them. Welcome back.